Carlos, this is season 5 of Off Your Flosser podcast.
Season cinco. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to say it in Spanish.
That's fair enough. Throw back to your heritage.
You know.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys.
Thank you. Here we go.
Hey, everybody. It's Saturday the 18th, and this is episode 197.
197. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And this was our first guest of the year.
Yeah.
And season 5. So we're really excited, and we've known this guest for a really long time. She's usually my roomie at events and stuff, and we're going to talk a little bit about like side gigs and stuff like that, because a lot of people are kind of getting like to a point where hygiene might not be the only thing that they want to do.
Well, here's the thing. People do more than just their job. You know what I mean?
Right.
And,
yeah. They have
people are
hobbies
starting to realize
and stuff.
that their side thing, their hobby or fun thing that they like to do can actually make them some money. So, so she's taking it, pro and giving it a go, and we'll see what happens. But we met at an Elijah Desmond event called Mentorship years ago. And everyone's there talking about their hopes. I was there with Martell when she was talking about starting Brown Girl RDH. I was there.
My gosh.
Yeah.
Like,
so
that's awesome.
So it's a very fun opening and an emotional kind of thing. And she's been talking about this activity for a long, long time. So, without further ado, you want to introduce who we're bringing on?
Yeah, it's Becky Reed. She's also the Lil Ray mascot for Smiles at Sea, which she does superbly. And she's a lot of fun. She's a great roomie, by the way. And she's going to talk about her not new. I mean, she's been wanting to do this for a long time, but she's been into photography for a long time. So she's getting into event photography. So you guys will hear a little bit about her journey and what she does and how to get a hold of her, because we know how many dental events there are. There are a crazy number of dental events. And if you're not using a professional event photographer, you're missing out on an opportunity to use that as advertisement for your event.
It's a tool. You're organizing the food, the who's showing up and everything, right? Just hire somebody to do your event photography, and
you got too much going on.
This is the
have
person,
somebody do that for you.
Yeah. Give her a
All
shot.
right, so episode 197 with Becky Reed. Here we go. Test. Testes. Test.
1, 1, 2.
I always feel like we should give Becky a warning when we're about to say something funny, so she's not like drinking coffee and
I know, right? It's gonna go wrong.
Here's the thing: we don't even know when it's coming out. So
that's true. May the odds be ever in your favor today, Becky. While we're doing this,
roll that dice and see what happens.
If you make it through, I'd play the lottery.
Yeah, you come out of this dry, then this is your lucky day. Ready to go? Anyway,
episode 197. As we said just a minute ago, we've got the famous, I don't know which, Becky Reed.
Oh, really?
AKA Little Ray, AKA side gig hustler.
This is your show today, so we're going to try to highlight you, and hopefully, with our 3 listeners, one of them will need your services for.
I feel like that has a ring to it, though. The Becky Reed show, doesn't it? It does. I think it does.
Maybe I'll start a podcast too, along with everything.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. We support other podcasters. It's fine, but you better not take our listeners away from us.
No, I would never do that.
All 3 of them.
Because if my mom stops listening, dude, then
she's had enough of you, Carlos.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Right?
She's like, I got him out of my house when he was 18. That was enough.
I just want to clarify. I don't want to be disrespectful to the people that actually listen to us, and by saying there's only three people that listen, so it's just a joke, guys. Everybody relax. So, I got some big news. I can't before we get started.
Okay.
I'm working the punchline tonight with Matt Eisman, who is the tall dude that does American Ninja Warrior.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And we have a special guest, and I'll tell you guys off camera who it is.
Okay.
Coming in tonight to the club, but I can't say anything.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't going to air before, and you guys aren't going to say anything.
It's not. Yeah.
It's Ray Romano.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
That's
so we'll be
awesome.
hanging out with Ray Romano
Do
tonight.
your impression of him, because I know you can do it.
He has a distinct, he has a distinct thing, but no, he's a funny dude. I used to love his show, and I can't wait to meet him. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good show.
Are you gonna tell him that you were at his big brother's nightclub or whatever a while back?
They're not really brothers.
What? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, Brad Garrett and Ray Romano are not brothers.
What?
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna hang out. Yeah, so it's gonna be fun. I can't wait.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay, back to you.
Good job. Yay! That's awesome. No, that's awesome, dude.
I'm excited.
You've met so many famous people. Yeah.
I don't know. It's fun. It's kind of like one of those things where, at my age, it should be just like a regular day-to-day, boring, 9 to 5 type of thing.
9 to 5 until you retire and then die.
I can't do that. I can't. I got life's too short, man. I gotta soak it in while I can. Anyway, all right. So
and that's kind of what we're wanting to talk to Becky today. That was a nice segue, man.
Totally inadvertently. That's how we do it. It's a magical
star.
alchemy that works out, and
it's like a unicorn.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yes. Okay, so Becky, let's go to you since you're our guest today. Tell us, first of all, like where do you live, and what's your current situation? Because I know you do Little Ray for the Smiles at Sea thing, which you do superbly, by the way. You always put a smile on my face when I see Little Ray dancing as we go into Smiles at Sea events. So tell us a little bit about what you're up to, and take it away, Becky Reed show.
Hey, no. No, I live in Michigan. Great old Michigan.
Yes.
And it's cold and snowy here. The sun is actually out though, so that's always nice.
Okay.
Because we don't get that often. But I was a hygienist for 16 years. Got out of that. I now work for a company doing training and sales. Mm-hmm. And now I'm going into photography. So I'm a photographer, event photographer. So,
so you're gonna
conference owners out there, event planners,
right?
Hit me up.
And there's a lot of them. I'm actually going, and Carlos, you didn't know this, but I'm actually going to the Denobi Awards.
Are you really?
So I'm going to. It's a mobile dental conference. I'm just going to attend for CE. And I talked to Melissa Turner and I said, hey, I'm a poor folk. Can you help me out? And she said, you know what? I need somebody to introduce the speakers in one of the rooms. So she got me that going. And I'm going to be hanging at the gala. Is it gala? Is it gala? Gala? What is it? I feel like gala is a little offensive. So I'll say gala. But gal, that's offensive too now. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it a lala.
There you go.
There you go.
Anyway, but
that's in Texas, right?
What's that?
No. Is that in Texas?
It is.
Yeah.
It is in Dallas. So I'm going to get to see Big
Dallas,
Tuna for a little bit. Yeah.
But
But all these events, like there's so much dental stuff going on. There's so many like other things going on. I think that's a good gig.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
You said getting into it, and that's not accurate. You've been doing it. You're just starting the business. Not right.
The events is what I'm getting into more. Doing more events.
Gotcha.
So no, I do photography. I love it. It's my absolute passion. I love taking photos of just nature, everything, architecture, whatever. And but events are my favorite thing ever. Like I love just capturing everybody in the moment when they have no idea that I'm there, and just getting the true essence of people and of the event, a conference, whatever it is. I love that. That's my favorite thing ever.
Getting those candid shots, just sneaking around the corner, catching people, just talking and laughing. Yeah, I can see that. Those
are my favorite.
Those are the best photos, I think.
They are, because they just capture the event. They capture everybody like in their true natural state and enjoying themselves. So I love that. So.
Yeah, because we all see the people on social media looking at the camera, smiling, my life is great, that sort of
Right,
thing.
exactly.
But catching them when they're off guard,
Yeah.
I think that's the best. Like, for example, there was a girl at my dental office yesterday, and one of the guys at the office, he gave us all roses for Valentine's Day, and she was like holding her rose, and she was like in thought, looking down at the rose, and I was like, that would be a perfect picture.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
it
Yep.
was it was perfect.
Yeah.
That's the old adage.
So
The
that's
a
what I love.
picture. What is it? Says 1,000 words.
Yeah, it's worth 1,000 words.
Movies are
Exactly.
cool,
Yep.
but you can when you catch somebody, you're trying to figure out what they were thinking about or what was going on, that type of thing.
Mhm.
And you could just make stuff up too.
So you guys keep going, and
Oh yeah,
I'll be back in 30 seconds.
We'll talk amongst ourselves.
There you go. Yeah. I know.
We
Sorry.
can talk about Smiles at Sea, because now
Yeah.
what people don't necessarily know is that you have been my consistent roommate for a lot of events, which you're like the perfect. I think we mesh pretty well as roommates. We're both very like low key and no big, whatever, go with the flow type. So, however, my sister is actually going with me this year, and this is her first cruise. Yeah, she's a lot of fun. So I think that'll be great. So, but I'm gonna miss having you as a roommate. But I mean, we'll hang out. We'll hang out for sure.
Yeah. We will. We'll definitely. Well, we're rooming together beforehand. Before the cruise.
What?
So.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. So yes, we're gonna stay at an Airbnb in LA.
We are, right?
We're gonna walk the streets of LA like movie stars. I wonder if we'll see anybody. Carlos, when are you getting into LA?
I'm coming in from Vanessa Emerson's
oh yeah, that's right.
event in Phoenix. So and it's over Saturday at noon or something. So I was thinking about, just showing up Sunday, in the middle of the day sometime. But if you guys are hanging out, then I might just go. Might as well just pack it up and head out Saturday. There's no reason for me to hang out,
Yeah, go see. So my number one thing that I want to see is the Hollywood stars. Other than that, like whatever anybody else wants to do, I'm cool with. What's that?
Any specific star?
Steve Carell. Does he have one?
I don't know, but if he doesn't, he should probably have two.
He should totally have one. Yeah, him and Michael Scott should both have one. But no, I'm more interested in just, seeing who's on there for the most part and going, oh, this is great, and take pictures, blah, 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 which cool. Becky, oh gosh, you could probably get some really good shots of just random people in LA. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited. I take my camera everywhere. Like, goes with me everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if Carlos comes in early, you can hang out with us. You can be our bodyguard. It'd be great. Because I don't know. I mean, LA on a Sunday.
All that pressure on me, protecting everyone. I don't know, Sandy. You probably know this, but I have a cousin that lives in LA, and her son directed the movie with Sylvester Stallone, Creed 2. With Michael B. Jordan. I told you that, didn't I?
I don't know if you did. So we need the hookup with all the famous people. So.
Here's the thing. I know her. I grew up with her, but I don't know the son, who's an adult man. But
right, yeah.
I'm not gonna just, hey, how you doing? I'm your cousin from somewhere, and introduce you to people. I'm not.
Go find Brad Pitt for us, sir.
But my youngest brother and him are closer in age, and they're pretty tight. So
nice.
And anyway, I'm getting off on family things, but I went to see the movie, and I was just like, geez, man, some of my people made this movie, which is super, super cool. You know what I mean? And
it is, Man, just knowing anybody in that kind of field is pretty cool to me.
Right?
Yeah, so maybe we'll get Becky into LA, where all the stars are, and you can just be a millionaire and leave us behind.
We might lose her. She might turn into like a full-blown paparazzi while we're there and just start taking pictures of famous people.
Yeah.
And start with us, though.
I would
Start
be,
with
that would
us.
be
I
awesome.
would love you.
I'll
Right.
totally like
Paparazzi.
pose and like what's it called when you jump in somebody's picture? Photobomb.
You know what would be funny is like you pretend to take candid photos of us like doing sketchy stuff like
Yeah.
robbing people and
then you're actually off to the side taking a picture of Keanu Reeves or
Yeah.
something.
That's it. That's how we need to do it.
I'm totally down with that.
Perfect.
I could do that.
yeah, John Wick 4 is coming out next month, so
Oh yeah, I can't wait. That's awesome. Do you know John Wick movies?
I do. I've never watched them though.
Wow.
I know of them.
Wow.
I know. Is that crazy?
Wow. Okay.
yeah.
So that was the last
thanks for
half of
stopping
our
by,
podcast. So
Now I'm not friends with you anymore.
think of
right?
something else,
I gotta
Carlos.
go.
So tell us a little bit about like how you got into photography. Photography. That sounds stupid. Photography.
Photography. I've loved it ever since I was younger. I just started. My dad had a camera, and I just would take pictures with that, and I just fell in love. And he actually gave that camera to me as a Christmas present one year for Christmas, and my mom had no idea. She's like, "What?" When I opened it up. She didn't really take pictures, but she just didn't realize that he was giving it to me. I don't know.
That's sweet though. That's
do you
nice.
use it, or is it more special than that, or do you put it up somewhere safe?
No, I don't use it anymore because it's a film one.
That's cool.
And I mean, I would take it, but film's so hard to find now. It's ridiculous, right? And then to get developed.
Yeah.
So I still have it. It's in a drawer in the bag, like in the carry bag. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
And then
it's a heirloom. Yeah.
And that was a Nikon. So that's where I started my Nikon.
So it's like a Ford Chevy thing.
Makes perfect sense.
You were raised in a Nikon family. There's no way you could get a. What did you say, Carlos? A Samsung? I don't know anything about this stuff.
Sony.
Sony.
I don't know if you guys remember the cameras. When I was a kid, they had like a cube flash.
Yes.
I'm going back to the 70s, probably before you guys were around, and I think it had 4 sides, and you took a flash, it burned out the bulb, and then it turned 4 times, and then you had to eject it and put a whole new flash on there.
Oh.
How crazy is that? And then we got fancy and got into Polaroids. Remember those?
Yeah. The shake and dry and
shake it like a Polaroid
shake it
picture.
Like a Polaroid picture.
That's exactly right. That is exactly right.
My boss, when I worked in the dental office, he had Polaroid. He had Polaroid cameras in the office, and we're like, why? Why do you have he had 2 of them? And we're like, what? Like they were just in the closet, he wasn't ever used them, and then we're like, why? What is this?
You doing for ortho or before and after?
I don't know. I'm assuming probably is that what he used them for, but I don't know.
So you found him after he had passed away?
Yeah.
And you're like,
well, we knew we had them, but we never did anything. And then we were helping clean the office out and everything. And then we found them again, and we're like, oh, so I took one. So I have one sitting on my dresser.
That's cool.
A decoration.
Now they're coming back.
I think it's but that feels expensive
kids
too.
These days.
About $1 a picture, I think, right?
I think the last time
I see the kids with the.
The little ones.
And it has a tiny little picture, and kids are going crazy over these things, and I'm like, you guys don't even know. You don't even know. It's like hand them a rotary phone, and they're like, how does this work? And then look at this Polaroid camera I have that has the picture that comes out instantly. This is cool. And I'm like, it was better back in the day.
Yeah, it's somebody's reinvented it and just put. But I think they're like $100 now. The Polaroids. They used to be like $25, $30 when I think.
Well,
I don't know.
That's inflation.
Speaking of old
They
school stuff,
probably not.
and do you guys know how to drive standard transmissions?
Yep.
Manual.
I was raised on one. I learned how to drive a stick.
Do you, Becky?
I could probably do it, but
But you've seen them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. No, I've driven one before, but it's
Yeah, no, you
been
get a
since
little,
like high school.
20, 30 minutes, you'll be fine. All right, I was just curious because a lot of my son doesn't know, so I bust his chops about it. I'm like, all right, when
Great.
you learn how to drive stick, talk to me. So
Yeah,
like
I
give me a
love
hard time.
them. Like the thing now, like they hold on, going back to when we bought our Cruise 2012, the manual transmission was like it didn't cost anything extra. To get an automatic transmission
Oh
was
yeah.
extra, and we were like, well, I'd rather have a manual, but they don't have any. Like, having to find one is crazy these days.
Yeah, no one wants to deal with them. The automatic transmissions have gotten so good. I this is besides what we were supposed to be talking about, but
Yeah,
they're so
that's
good.
how we roll.
Yeah.
But how are you supposed to smoke a cigarette, drink a beer, eat your bonbons,
Right?
text on your phone while you're driving a stick shift? That's probably why they got rid of them.
It's just not safe. It's just not safe because what you don't want to do is spill a beer. Is what you don't want to do.
Yeah, when you're trying to shift into the fourth or whatever. The other thing is, you know how many times my friend was learning how to drive a stick. Her boyfriend had one. And we went somewhere in town. It's a small town, and we had a stop sign, and it was on a little bit of a hill. And she was so nervous because every time she put her foot on, took her foot off the brake, we'd roll back a little bit. So cars were starting to line up behind us, and we're just like, go around. And then finally it was just us, and we went along. But yeah, those
It's one
were
of those things where you
those,
either stall the car out or you chirp
you
across
rev
the
the
intersection.
crap out of it to go.
And just pop the clutch. We're not rolling anywhere. Buckle up, guys. Let's
Yes,
do this.
yes. John's truck is a stick. I like that thing. And then our Geo, the Geo, that was a stick shift, 3-cylinder. I love that thing. Anyway, but yeah, it was fun. It was fun to drive.
You're gonna need one in LA. I mean, how far from downtown are you guys staying?
I have no idea.
No idea.
We're gonna Uber that. Like, what are you talking about? We're gonna Uber.
Yeah.
We don't have to drive nowhere.
It shouldn't be too hot in LA at that time, right? What is it, May?
Yeah, no.
It's not too hot, I don't think.
We'll find out.
I'll tell you what. I went to Vegas at the end of August a couple years ago for an event, and the hotel was super, super nice, and it was maybe 3 or 4 blocks from where, from the MGM, wherever the hell the show was, right? So I decided to walk one time, and I had to just dip into casinos because I was for some reason I thought it would be a good idea to wear a black shirt, and I'm like, it is 100 degrees. What am I doing? And so yeah. Vegas in August and July is no joke, man.
Yeah.
So, and that's how you think, oh, it's just down there.
Yeah, it's 3 blocks, but it's 1,000 degrees.
What the hell?
That's basically a heart attack in August in LA or Vegas in the middle of a desert,
Yeah. Super dry. No. So
lesson learned.
We'll be fine. Yeah. But whatever we do, you get back to your place before sundown. I don't know. I heard LA's gotten a little sketch.
Gotten a little sketch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm cool with that because we can like play board games or something. Yeah. What are you drinking, by the way?
Am I drinking?
Yeah, show off your mug.
And what method did you use to brew that coffee?
So,
oh Lord, here we go.
French press.
French press, okay. Okay.
Yeah, French press. My coworker got this for me for Christmas. We do Secret Santa, and I put on there that I like coffee and I like coffee mugs, like funny, like just. So he got me flavored coffee, and then this mug which says, "Bring me Java, bring me joy," and it's just a picture of a random person on there.
Wow.
From this angle, it looks like Natalie Portman a little bit.
Yeah, hold that up again.
Maybe it's the camera. I don't know. Maybe not. Okay.
It almost looks like that girl that said, I just really love cats." You remember that lady? She started crying. Oh, that was funny.
But I concur.
Funny.
I agree with the coffee thing. I got a big old mug, and Sandy's got her thing.
I got my coffee.
But you use a French press. I used a pour over system. And Sandy, what did you use? What high tech method did you use?
Keurig.
Trash.
I gave up. Like, I was doing the French press, and it was good and all that stuff, but man, I just like the ease of the Keurig. And you know, I handed in my Cafe Genist card a long time ago because I just gave up.
I busted chops for like a year, and then she switched.
Yeah.
And then
I did it for a while, and it was
got
great.
a new house, and she's like, I don't have the time.
Yeah, I mean, it does take a little bit of time.
Yeah, and it wasn't the time, I guess. It was just the multiple steps, having to clean it out after, and blah blah blah.
No, it's a pain in the butt. Yeah.
But I just pop a little pod in my Keurig and then get to go.
I used to be a Keurig girl too until then I started working from home, and that's when I started doing French press because I was like, hey, I got time now.
Right, yeah. Right. In reality, I do have time, but
I used to buy coffee on the go, and $3 a day just starts to add up, and
$3 a day times 365 days. How much is that?
$1 million.
Pretty close.
We just got a Starbucks in our town. It opens next Friday, and because I know I'm gonna be going there a lot, and I'm like, crap.
You just start a Starbucks fund because,
dude. I don't know if I ever told you the same, but I was hooked on caramel macchiatos for a while back in the late maybe 2008, 2009 era.
No,
2000 late,
dude. And I mean, I would get the large one, and then an extra shot in it with the caramel and the vanilla and all that other shit. And it was so good. But I don't know what they cost nowadays, but all the hundreds of calories that are in these things. I mean, this is the most, once in a while, I can see. I don't do it anymore, but they're addictive is what they are. You know what I mean?
It's like a treat. Mm-hmm. They get you with that caffeine.
Yeah, dude.
And how big is the like the bigger ones are what, $6 or $7 each, right?
It's gotta be
something like that,
because it was $5 maybe back then, so it's gotta be $6 or $7 now.
So
usually a grande, like I get a cold brew usually, and that's about five something, maybe six, depending on the other one.
And I've said this before.
I usually get it when I travel, though, like at the airport.
Right. Well, airport, it's a different story. You have to. That's.
I feel like that's more acceptable because you're not flying every single day, that kind of thing. If we go back to, because one of the thing in lighthearted sometimes, like, I want to, earn more money, side gig, blah, 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 which is cool if you want to make more money. But the easiest way to make more money is to cut out the Starbucks and cut out the, whatever, the extras. Yeah. You know how much money? $6 if you're getting a Starbucks 5 days. Okay, say 4 days a week because dental offices, that's another question. Here's some ADD for you. Dental offices, they used to be closed like on Fridays and stuff like that. I feel like that's not a thing anymore.
There's a lot, like now with the job that I do right now, a lot of offices are open on Friday.
Did you freeze up, Becky? You there?
Did we lose her?
I think we lost her.
Look at her face.
She looks like she's like
you're frozen.
She doesn't like.
She's like, that wasn't funny at all. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna try to make her face.
Can she hear us?
I think she could sort of hear us. Oh, no. She straight up bounced. Ah, she's back.
I don't know. My computer just went. I don't know.
It's all good.
I'm on my
It's all
work
good.
computer now. So
you froze
we
up
are
in a weird
sorry.
expression.
We're used to the technical stuff.
Yeah, no, technical glitches is our middle name.
Yes, yes. Got new internet, so I think it's been a little bit better since then.
It's been crazy stable. So yeah, it's been fantastic. Yeah.
Hallelujah.
You send it to Becky so she can get some of that good stuff now. I'm messing with you.
I do. I have the fiber cable internet. So I don't know.
Wow.
If it's
That's
my computer.
even fancier than mine.
Well, you never know. These things, if there's an update that needs to happen, it'll just it's always something. Yeah, so no worries.
Oh, did you hear about that little boy that got caught and he like got caught in the weather balloon and it took him off?
Oh my god.
They said it was staged, but I don't know. Like it was a homemade weather balloon. The dad was like videotaping the he was gonna let it, go up in the blah blah blah, and the kid like grabbed onto it, and so the kid was like way up in the air. And then it came out that the kid probably wasn't even on the balloon. It was just like the video was staged or something. But
what would cause a shit ton of panic is if you had like a little stuffed kid doll,
yes,
and tie them to things, just let them go. The whole world's gonna lose their mind. That's got to be illegal. It's not funny. It's kind of funny, but it's got to be illegal. I don't know. People have weird senses of humor. I saw, and it was probably staged, but I laughed for about 15-20 minutes. I had tears streaming down my face, and I don't know if it just caught me at a funny time. Some things it just hits you when you laugh easier. And it was a dude. It was supposed to be an Uber. He was supposed to be sitting in the front seat, and he's snoring, right? And the guy's pretending like he's driving. Because I'm looking out the window now that I've seen the video 100 times.
Yeah.
The car's not even moving, right? And the guy wakes up, but in a scream. He's like, and he's looking around, and it's in black and white, like night vision. And that's what's funny to me, because it's in black and white, right? And the driver just recoils out of the way, and the guy, he goes, "Where am I?" He goes, "I'm sorry."
He's like, "I'm so sorry, man."
The driver goes, "What was that?" He's like pissed off, and the guy goes, "Hey man, just get me to my house, man. I'll pay you double." He goes, "Get out!" But
get out.
I'm oversimplifying it. I can't do it, but the scream was so loud, and it was just the dumbest thing. And then I was like, if this is staged, I want to be annoyed that I laughed at this. But it just,
first of all, why was he in the front seat?
Right?
No seatbelts, so it's totally fake. But it's the scream that sells it. Oh my god, it's a grown man screaming like he just woke up. He didn't know where he was. So
that's
dumb.
like John when he sees a snake. Just saying.
Ooh.
Oh, he doesn't like snakes?
No, definitely not. Definitely.
I can see him out there with a shotgun just blowing it away.
Yep.
Pretty
much.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Becky, comment on snakes? Do you mind? Horrified? Where do you stand? What's your stand on snakes?
I'm not a fan, but I'm not like.
You're not gonna panic if you see one.
Yeah, like
that's me.
Like, I mean, obviously, it's a little garter snake. I'm fine with. I'm like, whatever, like just leave it alone. It's fine. Like,
as long as I know it's not poisonous, I'm good.
There you go. Yes, exactly.
Here's the thing. As far as I'm concerned, they're all poisonous because I can't tell the difference. I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so I'm not going to touch it either way.
Right. Now, if it's a spider, I'm running.
Thank
I'm
you.
Out.
Yep.
I'm out.
Bye. I'm getting a flame torch in.
Goodbye.
I don't care if I just built this house. It's burning down.
I lived in Cuba at the naval base in Guantanamo Bay, and I went to take the trash out one night, and I flipped the light on, and I looked, and honest to God, no exaggeration, it was the size of my hand. Right?
Nope.
And I go, oh. And I was like, I'm killing this son of a bitch because I can't have this thing running around the house, My daughter was a baby at the time. I go to grab a broom, right? And I'm about to whack the shit out of it. I'll open the door.
Take the broom away from you and smack you with it?
Dude, I'm looking at it, and as I raise it up and start to move, it disappeared. Like it dipped into the bushes. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'm not taking the trash out. I guess I'm going the long way. Like it moved so fast, I don't know where it went. That's crazy.
He was probably on the back
Don't
side of
ask
the
me.
broom.
Don't ask me. And it bit me right here. Now, so I was like, I don't know what that is, but I don't want any part of that.
It's
Even
like
if
an
even if they're not
eight-legged
venomous,
dog.
it's still creepy and kind of if
Yeah.
it's that fast, I don't want to. I don't want to be anywhere near it. You know what I mean, dude?
Oh my gosh.
And that was my worst experience with the spider.
Oh my gosh. Carlos, you should Google and maybe play just a minute of it. Put dog in spider costume. This should be a Halloween episode. Okay. Oh my
Okay.
gosh, this is creepier than the other one.
Oh my god.
They made a whole production out of it.
Oh my god, I would freak out.
Oh,
It's so freaky.
Can you imagine running into that in the dark?
Oh my
Ugh.
gosh.
No, thank you.
Yo, from the back, that thing looks
Oh,
horrifying.
here we go.
All right, one more. Let's see. These chicks are gonna scream.
Oh,
for
they're
sure.
gonna get stuck in it. They can't go any. Well, I mean, they could.
Oh,
go
watch the
somewhere.
door when the elevator opens.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Oh my gosh. You
So
guys have to
stupid.
check this out on our YouTube channel. Dun dun dun.
Oh my Oh god.
Ugh.
Oh my
I like
god.
watching stuff like that, as
So
long
good.
as it's not a prank on me.
That was a good costume, though. That didn't
I
look cheesy at all.
know.
That looked almost
That
real.
looks straight up
That did.
tarantula-ish.
Yeah.
I saw the one where the dude had a golden retriever and he had like a lion mane on it,
Oh
and
yeah.
he had him run around the park,
Yes.
and it's scaring people,
Yes.
dude. People are so dumb. I love nonsense like that, or when
I
people
do
hide around
I
corners
know.
and they
It's
skip
fun.
stuff.
And I would be like, I'm a good sport. Like if somebody played that trick on me and I'm just scared out of my mind, and then they jump out and go, "Ha ha, candy camera," I would be like, "Oh my god, that's hilarious." Oh,
It is
anyway,
funny. It is funny.
we should probably get back on track here. So, okay, so Becky, you're in the
Yeah.
Michigan area
Yes.
with your photography
Yep.
hustle. Are you willing to travel? Like, what's
Oh,
the
yeah.
situation there?
Yep. So willing to travel. I actually have I'm photographing the dental culture con in June. So
Oh yeah,
yep,
in
it's coming
Atlanta. Yeah,
down
that's
to
awesome.
Atlanta, and yep. So I'll travel anywhere. Well, within reason, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Expenses paid.
exactly. Yes.
What's the
Tim
best
up
way to get a hold of you if
Oh.
they are interested in having an awesome RDH / photographer / ray of sunshine / all of the
Yeah.
above?
So, my business name is called Through the Lens, and it's THRU.
Mhm.
The Lens Event Photography. That's my Facebook page, so you can get to me from there.
Nice.
And message me there. Same as on Instagram. Except for on Instagram, it's through.the.lens _ event
Yeah.
photography. Yeah.
All these weird
Yeah.
dots
And
and
there's
underscores.
excuse me, there's samples so people can see what type of
Yes,
stuff you
I
do.
have photos on there. I'm always uploading
Perfect.
different photos and stuff, posting things. Trying to do some more video content and adding it to it there as well. So, but yeah,
You're about to have some LA still shots to put in
nice.
there. So
Yep.
Yeah, like you got to have some cool stuff that you took, and
Mhm.
yeah, it'll be awesome.
Yeah. So I'm
Excuse me.
just
I will be
yeah.
in Atlanta too, since I live here, and I'm speaking at Chris and Carice's event. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so I'll
nice.
probably see you there.
Fun.
And
That's awesome, dude.
yeah, dude. So I'm excited because we're all about side gigs. The stand
Yeah.
up, whatever Sandy does. This podcast
Looks good. I don't
and
know.
yeah. So yeah, wish you the best of luck and congratulations.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And,
So.
'cause
Yeah, that's really awesome.
A lot of people don't realize, Sandy. I don't know if I told you, but I think the first time I met Becky was what 2017, and I think
something
we
like that,
did
yeah.
mentorship with Elijah, our buddy Elijah.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I remember even then you were talking about the photography thing. You know what I mean? And I talked about doing stand up for years before I actually did it. So it's cool to see your
Mhm.
buddies doing stuff that they're really passionate about? Because I'm sure you went around and
Yes.
around and around, and you came back to it, and you're like, why don't I do this? So
Yes.
yeah,
Yep.
and
No, I wanted to go to college for photography, and I was told, nope, you won't make enough money. So
Oh,
I went to
photography. Oh my
hygiene.
gosh.
So,
You
but
know, like my wedding package was my wedding present from my sister-in-law because she's a photographer. I think she's kind of getting out of it now, but you know, in back then we were talking $800 or $900 for one day for the event. But then of course there's so much editing and going
yeah.
through each picture, and she would like take a face from this picture and put it in this picture, you know,
Mhm.
just to make the perfect pictures. So there's a lot that goes into it. So that's
There is.
why, you
Mhm.
know, you're spending so much money for a like a wedding package or an engagement shoot or, you know,
Yeah.
whatever. So
There's a
and
lot of
those
time.
those are memories. So
Mhm.
that's why you should just splurge on something like that, because that's
Exactly.
lasting forever.
Yes. Yep.
Those are
Mhm.
probably one of the most important things for like a wedding or an event, even because you want those memories to last on forever.
Exactly. And like for events, you're going to use those photos for your next event,
Yep. And that's
like
your advertisement.
yeah, exactly. Yep. So you want to capture that essence of that event, and
Yeah.
so other people can see it and they want to sign up for the next one, or if it's a conference or whatever it is. So, yeah. And that's what I
So,
like to capture. So,
yeah. And I think we'll probably have to shut her down soon. But my next question is, in your professional photography opinion, why should I hire someone like you versus, you know, because my iPhone is taking really good pictures and all the advancements in these
I mean,
handheld
yes,
things. Why should I hire you versus just doing it myself?
right. Um, you're gonna get you're the event coordinator. You're the one that running the event. You don't want to have to be running around taking photos. You want to
Hmm.
be there with the attendees or who's ever speaking, if it's somebody speaking at your event or whatever. You want to be available for that. You don't want to have to concentrate on trying to take photos and get the correct ones or get the perfect photo. So
Hmm.
that's where I come in. I'm
And
gonna
not
do
to
all that
mention the
for you, so you don't have to deal
editing.
with that
Whew.
and you don't have to worry about it. So, and yeah,
Editing is a
anytime. I
nightmare.
mean,
Ugh.
I'll use my phone sometimes too, or
Hmm.
especially
Hmm.
for video content
Hmm.
for you guys. But yeah, you don't want to have to mess with that. That's where I come in, and that's my job, and
Yeah.
that's what I want to do for you guys. So,
from a
Hmm.
technical aspect, I've researched it, and the phone cameras are good, but they're nowhere near the quality of the big digital cameras.
Yeah.
The sensor
Yeah.
very true.
sizes are different; they're more sensitive to
Mhm.
light. The
Yeah,
color ranges are better. So, as good as the iPhone camera is, if you blow it up, it's gonna look pixelated and horrible.
Right,
yeah,
and that's
yeah,
true, that's
exactly.
true. I've
Yeah,
had some where I, you know,
yeah,
blow it up, or I've taken some and I send it to somebody to put on a canvas. You can tell, like, as you get
yeah.
bigger and bigger, it's a little more pixelated
Looks
than
great
Yeah,
on the
the
iPhone,
grainy. Yeah.
but once you start, blowing it up, you start losing,
Right, yeah,
definition.
exactly.
So, yeah, again, I enjoy it, and I take pictures of just random family stuff, but I'm not running around at an event. Those guys are all
Right?
over the place. We've seen them, and
Yes.
they're have their uniform. They dress in
Mhm.
black, or like Chris Carson with his video stuff. He has that
That's
orange
orange.
shirt. You
It's
can lose
orange.
that guy if he tried.
And the hair,
Yeah, no,
awesome
he's a
hair.
beautiful young man, and and I tease him about it all the time. And I said one
Yeah.
to him one time. I think we were in Nashville. I'm like, look at this guy. Look at his hair. Jesus Christ, you probably got a six pack too, right? I hate you, right? So just messing with him, but he's his video stuff is by far. So he does the
Yeah.
streaming. You don't do video streaming. Yours
No, 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 no,
okay?
no. So just photos, and I will do, like, if you guys want video of the
Yeah.
event, just little clips and stuff. I'll do that.
Gotcha,
But
Gotcha.
yeah.
gotcha.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Nice.
Well, I think it's cool that you're branching into something that you're passionate about. And just being your own boss is a huge, huge thing.
Yeah,
And maybe I'll be there one day, or retired, one or the other. I'm cool with either.
yeah. That's the goal, to be my own boss one day.
Well,
So,
Yes,
congratulations.
absolutely.
Wish you the best of luck. Where can they find you?
Facebook and Instagram pages are Through the Lens Event Photography,
There you go, folks.
THRU. Or you can just
Nice.
look me up too, Becky Becky Reed, or I think it's Becky RDH on Instagram.
Yeah. Well, it was a great pleasure having you on here. Can't wait to see you in just a couple more months here.
I know.
We'll be running the streets of LA, right, Carlos?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do something.
I was told we have to go to In-N-Out. I've never been to In-N-Out.
In-N-Out Burgers?
Yeah, I've never been.
So I'm trying to think if I've ever had it either. Okay, I'm down with. Let's do it.
No. And I was told
it sounds familiar. I've heard the name. A what?
A double?
A double?
Like a quadruple?
It's a burger. It's like 2 patties, I guess. Okay. But to get it
with double cheese, maybe.
I don't know. And then
as an ex-fat guy, that sounds amazing.
You got to make sure it's your eat day, Carlos.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Plan it out.
You know, we have to get it. Protein style. They wrap it in a lettuce. So it's like burger wrapped in lettuce, but no butter.
Right. Yeah.
I was thinking, all right, I don't know if that's the healthiest option.
Like no carbs.
Since you mentioned lettuce.
Yeah. We're wrapped in lettuce and get grilled onions on it.
Grilled onion. I love grilled onions. I love onions.
Like, okay.
So, okay. Let's just go get a burger real quick.
I know, right?
And anything else, Carlos, you can think of?
No. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, and wish you the best of luck, man.
Yeah.
So
thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome, Becky. We're happy for you.
Anybody needs a photographer?
Chase those dreams, folks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
no, it's been a long journey for him to finally say, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pull that trigger and
sometimes it takes a little time to get your ducks in a row,
It does, yes.
But, but we're happy for you. We can't wait to see you. Oh, there you go.
I have a little one.
That's awesome.
This one has like toothpaste on its mouth.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Wow.
And Becky, since you're one of our you're probably our number one fan. You know how we sign off, right?
No, wait, how?
Okay, on the count of 3, you're gonna say it.
Oh God, you're gonna put me on the spot.
We'll all say it together. On the count of 3. Are you ready? Okay.
Maybe, yeah.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Go floss yourselves.
Go floss yourselves. Yeah. Becky's like, oh yeah, I thought it was like, go get drunk. Oops.
No.
It's a hygiene. What else could it be? She was a hygienist.
Right.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm just like.
It's all good.
It's early. It's early. She's on the first cup of coffee.
I knew what it was. I just forgot.
I know. It's something that you're supposed to do every day. We like to give people that reminder. So.
There we go.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Episode 197 with Becky Reed and Through the Lens Photography.
Take care. Be good, guys.
Thank you. Bye.